Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss together the simple past. The simple past. In this lesson or in this unit, we're gonna discuss the simple past and the past continuous. But for the first time, we're gonna discuss together the simple past. So, when do we use the simple past? We use the simple past or past simple, as some people call it, to express the idea that an action started and finished at a specific time in the past. So بنستخدمه عشان نحكي عن حدث it started بدأ and also it is finished in a specific time in the past. There are two kinds of the past verbs as we know them, regular verbs and irregular verbs. The regular verbs are the verbs which take ed at the end of the verbs, like wash, washed, wash, washed, walk, walked. But there are also irregular verbs. عندنا النوع الثاني منهم it is the irregular verbs. They are the verbs which do not take ed. They do not follow this rule, like eat, ate, cut, cut, buy, bought. So it is the verb to which is the irregular one. They don't follow the rule. So here you can see the timeline. Here, the past verbs happen. The past verbs or actions, here they happen. Here are the past, the present. So the present time, الوقت الحالي. So it happened before the present time in some point in the past time. So some examples on the regular verbs which take ed, like play, played, watch, watched, to walk, walked. But for the irregular verbs like eat, ate, teach, taught, and sit, sat. So you cannot hear that those verbs do not take ed at their end. ما أخذوا ed بنهايتهم. There are some keywords which when we can see them, we can know that this action happened in the past. Like in the past, ago, for example, 3 days ago, 2 years ago, last, plus the time, like last week, last night, last year, last month, in any date which refers to the past, like in 2002, and we are now in 2020. So it is a past time, and yesterday, البارحة. Here, let's see the form of the past verbs. How can we use them in affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms? Interrogative is the same as the questions. So, in any sentence, how can we construct a sentence? By putting, first of all, the subject, then the verb, and the complement or the object. So here in the past, in the simple past sentence or past simple sentence, we put the subject as usual first, whether it is noun or a pronoun, singular pronoun or a plural one, with the verb to, with ed, or it may be an irregular verb, with the complement, like she played tennis yesterday. Here you can notice, first of all, we put she, the subject is here a pronoun, then played, the verb to. It is a regular verb that takes ed at the end. Tennis is the object, and yesterday is the keyword, which that when we see it, we know that this sentence is a simple past sentence. How to make a negative sentence? We put, as usual, the subject, but here you can notice that we have only one verb. It is the main verb. So we need what? We need a helping verb. نحتاج helping verb فعل مساعد in order to make it negative. The helping verb is didn't with the verb one. With the verb one. So didn't is the verb to from what? From do. And it makes the verb refer to the original one. برجع الverb للoriginal form, للbase form with a complement. Here, she didn't play tennis yesterday. So you can see how did we make negative, and how did we make negative? By adding didn't and then the verb as a verb one. The interrogative form, as we all know, in the interrogative form or when we make questions, we have to add the helping verb first and then the subject. So we put did, then the subject and the verb one, and we complete the sentence till the question mark. So did she play tennis yesterday? Question mark. Okay, if I ask you a question and I told you or I asked you to make a question here by using the WH what? It would be, what did she play yesterday? Okay, and by using when did she play tennis? When did she play tennis? And the answer will be, she played tennis yesterday. Yesterday. So to form negative sentences or questions, we use what? We use didn't. Didn't plus the infinitive or the base form of the verb. Okay, so now let's see how to add ed or ied at the end of the verbs. The verbs which end with y. الأفعال اللي بتنتهي by. So verbs that end in vowels plus y. So we have to look first of all at the letter which is before the y. So if you find that the letter which is before the y is a vowel, a, E, I, O, U, we don't replace the Y with I. We only add ED, like I play, I played. You can see here, the Y stays. Okay. But if we found that the Y is preceded سبقها a consonant. الconsonants هم all the letters except the vowels. كل letters ما عدا الvowels. So you can replace or you have to replace the Y with IED, like study, cry, okay? Let's now do this exercise together. So we have to correct the verbs between brackets. Number 1, Daisy brings some chocolate to the birthday party. So Daisy brought, the verb to, from, bring. The film began late. The film began late. I know the answer yesterday. So here, where is the keyword? It is yesterday. Yes. So the verb to from know is knew the answer yesterday. And the last one, the children played tennis last week. Last means السابق. Last week. So played. Change these sentences into the negative form. Dan went to the gym after work. So here we have to divide first of all the sentence. So Dan is the subject, went is the verb. It is verb to, from go, went, gone. To the gym after work is the complement. So how do we make negative When we see verb to or simple past verbs by using didn't and the infinitive form of the verb. So Dan, we put the subject. It's not affected by anything. Didn't. The verb one from went is go. Dan didn't go to the gym after work. Number two, I saw my friend yesterday. So I is the subject, so is the verb, it is verb to. My friend is the did is and she I ask you what question by using only the helping verb. So we have to put first the helping verb. What is the helping verb? When we saw the verb, we have to know. So met is a verb too. So we have to ask by using did, then the subject she met goes back to the infinitive form. So did she meet her best friend in 2005? And we add a question mark.